All right, guys. We are live with the never-ending story. The president has come out a little bit early. I got him on pause. I love this song.
The mirror of your dream. Make believe I'm everywhere. Getting in the light. Written on the pages is the answer to a never-ending story.
The never-ending story.
Reach the stars, fly a fantasy, dream a dream, and what you see will be.
What you see will be.
Rhymes that keep their secrets will unfold behind the clouds, and there upon the rainbow is the answer to a never-ending story.
I don't know. Part 2 is okay. Part 2 is okay.
Show no fear, for she may fade away.
This is one of my favorite movies when I was growing up.
In your hands, the birth of a new day. Rhymes that keep their secrets will unfold behind the clouds, and there upon the rainbow is the answer to a never-ending story.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Never-ending story.
What's going on, y'all? It's me, Space McG, your favorite cartoon nerd with the news. And I'm back at it again, doing what I do. You guys know what we do around here. We make fun of retards. And there's no bigger retard than President Joe Biden. What's going on? We got a great crowd starting to form out there. Who do we got? We've got Shemp Hemp. What's up, my guy? Michael King, you were early. Yeah, but now you're on time. We've got Joker Fish. We got Ronnie Braun. We've got Aussie. We've got R&R Steve. What's up, baby? We got a great crowd out there. And I got a great show for you. We've got the president. We are a little bit behind his speech, but that's okay. He's a little bit behind the times. And we're going to be looking at why Fannie Willis is an embarrassment to black people. Hey, what's up, Tam Tam? Aussie, you flew on a dragon once? I hope you didn't chase him. All right. Cheese and biscuits, what's up, baby? I ain't seen you around. Glad you made it. We're going to be looking at why Fannie Willis is an embarrassment to black people. We're going to be looking at an FBI informant that is now being prosecuted by the Biden administration. for lying about Biden taking a bunch of bribes? Well, that's the story anyway. We're going to be looking at some naval skirmishes and future wars because they're going to be going on in China. Yeah, that's about it. The left is crumbling fast. These days it seems. Yeah, no, they are. They suck really bad. Yeah, so we got Eli. What's up, Eli? Glad you made it. Glad Be Happy made it. We got everybody up in here. All right, yeah, so we got the president out here already, so let's just jump right over to him. And let's just kind of make fun. I mean, I don't like making fun of a retarded old man with dementia, but I don't like having one as the president either. So here we are. Let's go.
Mayor Conway, thank
Actually balanced exactly right. So that's good. At least they have a real audio engineer and not a diversity hire.
You've been through hell. And I also want to thank the EPA administrator here with me, EPA Administrator Regan, as well. We just included a briefing about the Herculean efforts, and that's not a hyperbole. The Herculean
It's not hyperbole. It's not a joke. Come on, man. I'm being deadly earnest. Come on, man. It's not a joke.
that were made in the year since this tragedy. But what's
Not a
happening
joke.
the morning, the evening of, and the next day, and the weeks and following is amazing. It's absolutely amazing what this community rose to.
What is
You
he
know,
saying?
I want to thank
The guy, I guess we're going to have to rewind it because I don't know what he's saying. It sounds like he's got a mouth full of rubber balls.
the evening of, and the
Maybe they're Obama's balls. Let's find out.
next day, and the weeks and following is amazing. It's absolutely
emaciating?
amazing what this community rose to.
What does okay?
You know,
It's amazing what the community rose to, is what he's trying to say, I guess.
I want to thank the folks of East Palestine to know, I want them to understand that we're not going home no matter what till this job is done. And it's not done yet.
What? We're not going home no matter what this job is done. That's what he just said. Hear it with
The
your
folks of
ears.
East Palestine to know,
What's
I
up,
want them
Andrew?
to understand that we're not going home no matter what till this job is done. And it's
No
not
matter
done yet.
what till this job is done. Okay, whatever.
There's a lot more to do. The vast majority has been done. But we're going to stay to the very end. Every need is met.
We're going to stay to the very end of need is met. Guys, it's important. You guys got to remember, it's very important to stay until the very end of need is met. Right? Because you don't want to leave before the very end of the need has been met. I mean, that would be un-American. Biden's off his meds.
And we continue to hold Norfolk Southern accountable, make sure they make your community whole now and in the future. And what they do not make whole, what they cannot make whole.
Oh, come on, Joe. I thought you were the train guy. Why don't you use your big, powerful train connections and make them pay?
What isn't made, the government will make whole. We have an obligation. We have an obligation.
Why is it the government's? I thought you just said it was Norfolk Southern's obligation. Now it's the government's obligation? And guys, he's reading from a fucking script. Like he decided that this confusing mass of words was appropriate.
Obligation. I can already see this derailment won't define you. It just it defines you in a different way. Your courage, the resilience of this community, and the compassion that you've shown for all your fellow citizens. Let me be clear.
Let me clear, he said. Let me clear.
While there are acts of God, this was an act of greed that
Let me clear this act of greed.
was 100% preventable. Let me say it again. An act of greed that was 100% preventable. We were pushing the railroads to take more precautions, to deal with braking, to deal with a whole range of things.
It's all
we're not
Trump's
dealt
fault.
with. Norfolk Southern failed its responsibility. We know multi-million-dollar railroad companies transporting toxic chemicals have a responsibility to do it safely. And again, Norfolk Southern failed. My administration was on the ground within hours,
Oh, it's
working
still too
closely
loud.
with the
Hold
governor, the mayor, the senators, the House members, community leaders,
You sure
to make
it's
sure
loud
you
today?
have everything you need. My administration ordered Norfolk Southern to clean up the mess it created and ensure it was done right. That includes an executive order I signed to continue our priority
guys, he
to
said-
hold Norfolk Southern.
He sent Pete Booty Plug down there. What more do you guys want? What more could he? Whoa, 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 whoa! What happened? What happened? He sent Pete Booty Plug down there, guys. Oh wow, he didn't talk very long.
All told, we have done in 1 year. We've got to make sure that that occurs, that no one is taxed for anything that any of these railroads or trains. More staffing on trains,
Okay, here we are.
tank cars. We argued about this for years. They should be stronger. They should be able to survive crashes without exploding. Undated brakes that meet higher safety standards. The fact of the matter is, there was a lot of discussion ahead of time, before this occurred, about the safety of the braking systems of many of these railroads or trains. More staffing on trains, so that there are more people to respond immediately to a crash and to do so much more in relation to the safety of the transportation. And it's important that the Senate follow the House and pass the tax reform bill, which makes sure that folks who don't get hit with a tax, a surprise tax bill, for compensation owed them by the railroad. That's not taxable income to them. We've got to make sure that that occurs, that no one is taxed for anything that is reimbursed or received from Norfolk Southern. It's not right.
Hey, did Joe Biden just say no new taxes? Well, that's a first for a Democrat. I'll get behind that.
I support
No
this tax reform bill, and we got to get it done. All told, we have done in 1 year what would typically take many years, and we're going to keep going. Like I said, your compassion and resilience of the leadership of this community and the people of this community, the courage of your firefighters, law enforcement officers, first responders who run into danger to save others, they deserve the care and resources we owe them to be followed and their health needs followed as well.
Bro, I think you should worry about your health needs, like your failing memory, your inability to speak properly, and something that's hurting you very bad when you stand still.
Because that's what we do. It doesn't matter if you're a Democrat or Republican or Independent. What matters is we're all Americans. Everyone. We look out for one another. We leave no one behind, and we come back stronger than before. That's what you're doing here. That's what's happening right here in this community.
What did he say?
That's what you're doing here.
That's you're doing here. He's skipping whole words, guys, and he's combining words together, but like taking vowels and shit out. I don't know what's going on in his brain, but I imagine the hamster that runs the wheel inside of him has fallen asleep.
That's what's happening right here in this community. That's what's going on downtown in your parks as well. You're now,
Hell yeah,
the downtown's
Salty.
reopened and the parks are reopened. Students were frustrated. Opposing schools wouldn't travel here for sports events, but now you're playing home games again. Finally. That's
Gay pride. Is it progressive? I'm sorry. I like making fun of them. All right.
But we have other obligations, and that's here is to stay here as long as it takes to get everything done and be sure no one's left behind.
Yeah, he says that as he's on his way back to D.C.
In moments like this, let's remember who we are. We're the
United States of America!
United States of America, for God's sake. We have obligations to one another. There's nothing beyond our capacity when we do it together, and we're going to stay here and do it together.
I do feel bad for him, Salty, but I feel worse for the country, right? And I'm not out here because I like making fun of decrepit old people, right? I don't. But someone has to do it.
As long as it takes. May God bless you all, and may God protect our troops. We have a lot to do. Now let me turn this over to the EPA Administrator, Michael Regan, and he'll have things to say as well.
That's it?
Michael?
Thank you, Mr. President. Good afternoon, everyone.
Oh, wow.
It's an honor.
Huh. All right, well, I guess we're just going to cut it off here. We don't give a shit what this guy's saying. Yeah, no shit. Fuck this guy. We have more important things to talk about. I mean, it's sad what happened in East Palestine, but Joe Biden isn't going to fix it. Joe Biden can't even fix his own fucking poopy pants. Right? I don't want to listen to some EPA guy. Now, speaking of diversity hires, guys, Fani Willis is an embarrassment to black people. She's the proof that DEI only hurts us. Opinion. As a black woman and working professional, I've never been a huge fan of affirmative action and the recent rise of critical theory and diversity, equity, inclusion initiatives has only bolstered my resistance. While it may seem necessary to some in order to right the wrongs of the past, I can sum up why these measures are an unmitigated disaster for hardworking black Americans in 2 words. Those 2 words are Fani Willis. Willis is the prosecutor, is the prosecutor in one of the nation's major cities and most high-profile cases against former President Donald Trump. Her position and the historic nature of the case she is prosecuting put her in an elite class most black people will never even dream of reaching. One would expect such a person to be polished and classy. Oh God, Joe Biden is creeping into my brain. No, one would expect such a person to be polished and classy and able to remain so even while responding to an uncomfortable barrage of questions on the witness stand. Instead, what we got was a defiant, childish, sour woman who spoke with the sophistication of a teenage girl at her first college party. It wasn't that she sounded angry. She also sounded stupid. And let's hear some of that. Oh, wait, hold on, pause. Back up. We gotta turn the sound on, but not too loud, or I'll blow your eardrums. All right, here we go. Whoa, that was too loud. There we go.
Let's go on and have the conversation.
I've just asked you whether or not it was a coincidence.
Had absolutely nothing to do with this. It's interesting that we're here about this money. Mr. Wade is used to women that, as he told me one time, the only thing a woman can do for him is make him a sandwich. We would have brutal arguments about the fact that I am your equal. I don't need anything from a man. A man is not a plan. A man is a companion. And so there was tension always in our relationship, which is why I would give him his money back. I don't need anybody to foot my bills. The only man who's ever foot my bills completely is my daddy.
Okay, well, I do agree. She kind of sounds like a little girl right there, right? You gotta remember, this woman is like 52 years old, not 22. Okay, I will check that out. All right, now, instead, okay, let's see here. Okay, here's Fani Willis admitting to campaign finance laundering, money laundering through her campaign financing. Here we go. She basically committed fraud. It's not playing. We understood instinct a result of a diversity first system that ends up elevating the weak while simultaneously besmirching the strong. Willis is an elected official, but to even be in a position to run for one of the highest offices in her state means she has passed through elite job after elite job. She has received degrees, awards, and accolades. How on earth, then, does such an, quote, accomplished woman sound like a freshman college student while participating in the trial of the century? Her foul demeanor and childish expression only serve to magnify the grotesque consequences diversity hiring has for Black America in general. Now, here we go again.
Give me the time period. that we're
Mr.
talking
Wade visited you at the place you laid your head.
about. When?
Has he ever visited you at the place you laid your head?
So let's be clear, because you lied in this. Let me tell you which one you lied in. Right here.
Let's be clear, because you lie. Oh. You lie.
I think you lied right here.
You lie right
This
here.
is the truth.
Judge,
And it is a lie. It
It's
is
a lie.
Well,
You see.
Mr. Sena, thank you. We're going to take 5 minutes. Be back in 5.
Yeah. Fani Willis loses her composure and screamed that she was being lied about. Every time someone like me seeks professional advancement, I am forced to wonder how many people in the room think I shouldn't be there before I've even opened my mouth. I will have to swallow offenses I should really be battling, because I must battle not only my professional challengers, but the specter of the angry, defiant black woman who only got her job because she's not white. Many of my colleagues will look at any complaint I have as frivolous and rooted in entitlement. I must be my best and then be even better than my best because of the pathetic expectations Willis and her counterparts have sown on behalf of the rest of us. And now, this is actually something that we have talked about many times, right? Particularly when it comes to Kamala Harris, where we know that there are qualified, talented, articulate, educated, fucking amazing black women out there, right? And those aren't the ones they put in these roles. They literally pick the worst people they can find, almost like they are trying to make black people look bad. And black people know it's true too, right? They know that that equity, right? That putting all these unqualified people in positions that they don't deserve nor can they handle only makes black people as a whole look bad, right? I can't stop watching it. The Fani Willis trial, while it's torrid and a little bit juvenile, right? It's compelling. I can't stop watching it. Yeah, exactly, Michael. They pick people that are so bad, it's obvious that they put them there on purpose to fail, right? Right? And when they fail, they make black people in general look bad. No, it was awesome, man. You should have seen Nathan Wade, Felix. Dude, he was sweating bullets. Literally, like, sweat was dripping down his face, and he kept chugging water. Like, he must have drank 8 bottles of water, right? And then today, oh my God, the guy they had out there today, all he did was lie. They had to stop the trial like 3 times because the guy kept lying so much. Yeah, it's bad. Yeah, it's good. It's compelling. Like, it's like a train wreck, right? You can't look away, right? You don't want to see it. But you can't look away, right? Now, black people will forever be forced to carry Fannie Willis on our backs into every professional situation. Diversity first hiring does the opposite of what I'm sure we all hope it really could do. It does not even the playing field. Instead, it puts all of black America behind, left once again to prove to the elites in charge that we are more than our skin color. Exactly. I agree with all of this, right? So far, anyway. And then it goes on to say, shame on Fannie Willis and every corrupt person who allowed her to take the path of least resistance just to fill a quota. You've doomed us all. A pox on your houses. Ooh, they got biblical at the end. Yeah. So it's not just us, right? It's all educated, smart, thoughtful people, right? Can see that this DEI is literally there to make black people look bad, right? Like when you put black people in charge of things that they know nothing about, well, they're an embarrassment to all black people. That's not me saying it. That's black people saying it, right? We are being lied to by the people who are supposed to protect us. I agree. Yeah, and it helps keep their racism stirring also. They want us to turn on each other. And yeah, they do. So we don't turn on them. Exactly, Michael. You've got it, brother. You've got it. Yes. Right? Now, real quick, we got a couple more stories, guys. FBI informant charged with lying about Joe and Hunter Biden's ties to Ukrainian energy company. An FBI informant has been charged with fabricating a multi-million-dollar bribery scheme involving President Joe Biden, his son Hunter, and a Ukrainian energy company, a claim that is central to the Republican impeachment inquiry in Congress. Alexander Smirnov falsely reported to the FBI in June of 2020 that executives associated with the Ukrainian energy company Burisma paid Hunter and Joe $5 million in 2015 or 2016, prosecutors said in an indictment. We back, baby. Okay, Smirnov, who is 43, appeared in court in Las Vegas briefly Thursday after being charged with making a false statement and creating a false or fictitious record. He did not enter a plea. The judge ordered the courtroom cleared after federal public defender Margaret Whitman Lambros requested a closed hearing for arguments about sealing court documents. She declined to comment on the case. The informant's claims have been central to Republicans' efforts in Congress to investigate the president and his family. Not really. They don't need this guy's testimony, right? They have plenty of other corroborating evidence on how crooked Joe Biden is. They don't need anything from this guy to make their case. Okay. Michael King says, thing is, we are being attacked on so many levels. A few are bound to be successful, unfortunately. Yes. Yes. Now, let's see here. To be clear, the impeachment inquiry is not relying on the FBI's FD 1023, Comer said in a statement, referring to the form documenting Smirnov's allegation. The chairman said the inquiry is based on a large record of evidence. Yeah, it's exactly what I just said, right? Let's see here. The indictment prosecutors say that Smirnov had contact with Burisma executives, but it was routine and actually took place in 2017 after Obama and Biden left office, when Biden would have had no ability to influence U.S. policy. The charges were filed by Justice Department Special Counsel David Weiss. So there you go, right? So, was this guy making it all up? I don't know. Is Joe Biden's Department of Justice going after this guy when indeed he's innocent? I don't know. I wouldn't put it past him, but I can't say, right? It certainly looks like this guy is full of shit, right? I mean, I even said that when we talked about this for the first time. As soon as I heard there were, secret tapes of Joe being bribed, I was like, oh, we've heard all this before, right? So I don't know. Joe's motorcade is driving through a Trump rally right now. What, are they having a Trump rally in East Palestine? That's amazing. That's amazing. You got a link to that? Now, the U.S. deploys... Oh, wait, I'm on the right screen. The U.S. deploys half of its aircraft carriers to China's doorstep. The United States is expected to deploy almost half of its aircraft carriers in the Western Pacific this year as military tensions continue to rise over North Korea's nuclear ambitions and China's territorial claims. 3 U.S. aircraft carriers from the 11-strong fleet are already in the region, with 2 more on the way, an unprecedented number intended as a strong signal of deterrence, reported the South China Morning Post. So, 5 aircraft carriers is a tremendous force, right? 1 aircraft carrier strike group is more powerful than more than half the country's armies on the planet, or somewhere around half the country's. Michael says, all I have heard from the Western world is war. The East are all like, chill, bruh. Russia wanted to join NATO, for fuck's sakes, and got rejected. Yeah, I know. Russia could have been a strong U.S. ally, but everything went to shit. So we have now 5 carriers will be deployed into Western Asia. Eastern Asia, whatever. West to us, east to them. Whatever. The USS Abraham Lincoln was spotted earlier this month leaving its home port in San Diego. The U.S. Navy has also confirmed the USS George Washington will return this year to Japan, where it will replace the USS Ronald Reagan as the centerpiece of the U.S. 7th Fleet Carrier Strike Group. Hey, you're from Philly? Steve, I'm from Philly. I'm from Chester, but I lived in Philly. I lived in Kensington on Potter Street. Yeah, Russians and Chinese hate each other. Right now, China is trying to annex a part of Russia. They're claiming that a part of Russia is actually part of China. So, think of that what you will, right? Now, this all is happening, right, as China is fucking with the Philippines again. Here we go. Here's the video. So the Chinese Coast Guard released footage on Thursday showing one of its vessels pursuing, I believe it's supposed to be pursuing, a Philippine government boat at a disputed territory in the South China Sea, making the latest flare-up in the neighbors' quarrel over maritime rights. The Chinese Coast Guard, the government's go-to agency to assert ownership over regional waters, said it expelled a Philippine Fisheries Bureau boat on maneuvers at Scarborough Shoal, the submerged reef Beijing wrested from Manila's control in a standoff in 2012. The Philippines National Security Council said there was no truth to the statement and that its boat remained on patrol at the territory, which lies within the waters of the country's internationally recognized exclusive economic zone. Neither the Chinese nor Philippine Coast Guard responded to written requests for comment before publication. So we've been watching this flare-up happening in real time for a few months now, focusing on what's going on between China and the Philippines, just simply because it seems like to me that if China wants to take over the region, they first have to expel the United States. And seeing as how we have 9 military bases in the Philippines, I feel like the Philippines would be a good place to start, right? To start their conquest of Asia, right? Now that's it. So that's all the news we have for right now. Yeah, so we will be coming back on Sunday. We're going to make fun of gender fluids. We're not going to drink the gender fluid. Okay, guys? Yeah, it is kind of funny that the U.S. sanctions have failed to stop Russia, right? I mean, Russia's not doing as good as you think they are. A lot of the shit that they say is a bunch of lies, right? I mean, yeah, just because America lies a lot about Russia doesn't mean everything Russia says is true, right? Yeah, exactly, Michael. Take it with a grain of salt, right? All right, guys, real quick. everyone knows that YouTube asshole. YouTube asshole. Yeah, they took away my big channel. They punish me incessantly. They don't let me get any views. They make my videos hidden. They won't let me get any new subscribers. So, fuck them. You guys should send me money. So I dropped some links to like Venmo and shit on how you guys can help out the channel if you want to. It's in the chat. Yeah, the BRICS thing is going to be is not going to be good for the United States. I don't understand how. First of all, I don't think that India's a bitch for joining that shit. Fuck India. They took my job. Fuck India. I used to be a big fan of India until they joined the BRICS. Now I'm like, come on, man. No, not a joke. Not a joke. Yeah, not only that, the Chinese economy is like falling in on itself, right? Like, who would have ever thought that communists didn't know how to run an economy? Yeah, who would have ever thought that communists would fuck up their economics, right? Huh. Yeah, well. Yeah, America blew its hegemonic empire. We had a lot of political capital coming out of World War II, and we spent it on basically fucking with Iran, right? Like, trying to control Iran, right? And then when we couldn't control Iran, we put Saddam Hussein in charge, right? To go kill Iran. And then when he failed, we tried to kill him. And now, no matter who attacks an American anywhere on the earth, we will bomb Iraq. We will bomb Iraq into the ground. If China invades Taiwan, America will bomb Iraq. If Iran nukes Israel, oh, you better believe those Iraqis are going to get bombed. All right, guys, I will see you on Sunday to make fun of wokies and gender fluids and all that. All right, guys, remember, we go live with all kinds of content whenever the fuck I want. And you never know when that'll be. That's why the best way to stay informed is to subscribe and click the little bell. And that way you never miss a single live broadcast. All right. I want to thank everybody for coming out. I'm checking out your link. Remember, support the channel. All right. I'll see you guys around later. Bye.